It's going down to Nickerson Street here. Then I'm gonna head over to this bridge here, the Fremont Bridge in Seattle. Fremont, and then to the right, you probably can't see it from the vantage point of the camera, but the Aurora Avenue Bridge is up there, heading out to Ballard. It's been a while since I've been through here, so I'm gonna make a trek up top to drive around yellow light. Fremont Place, Fremont and 35th. I used to call on some member providers that are signed up with a healthcare company I used to work at here. Some ophthalmologists and optometrists, but that was 2 or 3 years ago. It's just nice to just drive through here and just look around. Property prices really have skyrocketed around here. It's not inexpensive anymore to live in, you know, like west of downtown, north of downtown. It's just flat out expensive, almost beyond reach. I feel really sorry for younger families that are starting out. And also, this is the eve. This is really what's going on. Is the government is shut down right now, and it's funny, it's just a parallel universe. A lot of people who don't work for the government don't feel like there's anything going on, and a lot of people who have been furloughed or in non-essential personnel that are forced to work with no pay, although they'll be made whole eventually, are really belly aching because they're not getting paid. Today's payday for them, supposedly, but their paychecks are showing zero, and a lot of them, rent's due, mortgages due, utilities are due, you know, medicine or insurance, medical insurance payments are due, and car payments, and you know, car insurance payments, you name it, utilities, and that's just for people probably with no kids. I don't even know, you know, people like me. I'm not working right now, but you know, I don't even know how other people do it with children that are working for the government or federal employees when they're not getting paid. They're out of work. I mean, unemployment insurance can only go so far, and you know, the old adage, you know, it's saying that it says, if you really want to know who owns your house, don't pay your mortgage for 3 months. That'll really tell you who really owns your house. You don't own it. Oh, I gotta slow down here because it's a school zone. I don't want to get a citation. They have cameras here now that take a picture of your license and send you a citation. No contact apprehension. Just like in Manila. I've been a victim of it like a couple, 3 years ago, or maybe it was in 2014. I had to appeal it and go in front of a magistrate, and at least they knocked down the ticket by 50%. Lady, watch out, lady. Yeah, like that, little kids crossing the street, you don't want to risk it. It would be very, very irresponsible to go zooming by around here. Alright, I can get up to speed. I can get back up to normal speed here. It's about 30, 35 miles per hour. This is a kind of a, you know, very eclectic, colorful neighborhood. 2-lane streets, bicycle lanes. Things about Seattle that a lot of people like. Small town atmosphere from way back when, but it's not like that anymore. Seattle's a big city now, and it's got big city issues. So it's about 2:31 time check, about 50 degrees, and it's dry on January 11. This guy on his bicycle has got his winter gloves on. I'll make sure and give him way here. I shared the road here with bicycles in Seattle. Alright. There's a bumpy road. That's a bumpy road. There's a gas station. I should have grabbed some gas there too. I think what I'll do... I'll make a left turn here. Left turn on 50th Avenue. Oh, sorry, North 50th Street. And then I'm gonna make a U-ey and head towards the Aurora Bridge again, and then onto the Viaduct. Dayton Avenue. There's a park here on the right. There's a roundabout. Roundabout here. Roundabout. North 51st. Well, it's been a while since I've been through here. It's Finney Avenue North. Lutheran Church there. Pretty modern housing around here. Here, 60th. Zeke's Pizza around there. Greenwood Avenue. Oh, there's a 7-Eleven. I should have just stopped there and grabbed some gas. That's okay. Plenty of other opportunities. Grab some gasoline. The roads here are horrible. I had forgotten how bad it is. right turn here. And again, I gotta go slow because this is gonna be a school here on the left-hand side. I may not get to it. I think I'm gonna turn left on one of these streets. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn left here. Okay, let's do that. Sun's in my eye again. Damn, gas is expensive here. $3.49 for regular. $3.29 here at the Union 76 station. There's only $2.89 over there at the 7-Eleven. I'm okay. I still have half a tank of gas. So. Right, I'm gonna inch forward here. It's turning left. Alright, I made it. Turn right here and merge onto Highway 99. State Route 99. Successfully here. Thank you. Yeah, although it's a sunny day, it's still chilly outside. It's kind of wintry cold, winter cold that seeps through your bones. But you just gotta layer up and make sure that take your vitamin C, stay healthy, avoid a draft. Okay, we're on the Aurora Avenue Bridge. As I stated earlier, you'll notice on both on the right and left hand side of the bridge, they've constructed or erected some fencing. Some people have been jumping off this bridge to unfortunately take their own lives. Yeah, this, obviously the city planners don't want not only this location but the city to have a notoriety, or especially young people committing those acts. So they put up those fencing, which I agree with, really. So on my left side, we're coming up on a peekaboo view here, is going to be again Lake Union. So occasionally you'll see some seaplanes or duck planes land on the water. Very cool to see. So the traffic's going to start here because, well, maybe not quite, but probably in another couple of miles it's going to start because of the viaduct. It's really only a 4-lane route heading south here. this part of the highway is fairly new. Part of the Seattle Tunnel construction. So here it is, starting again on the Battery Street Tunnel. This is the last time that I'll be going through here. It's going to be closing at 10 p.m. tonight, because this is really the day, the last day that the viaduct's going to be up. They're going to be taking it down. The viaduct is 2.2 miles long, and it was built in 1949 at the cost of about $80 million. In 2017 numbers, it's probably in excess of $140 million, or close to that. But you know, constructing a tunnel isn't really that much of a bad thing, in my opinion. It's our version of the Big Dig, because we had to employ the services of a big tunnel boring machine. They called it Big Bertha, but Big Bertha encountered something that made it not work for a long time. And as a result, the cost overruns were in excess of over $225 million. The Seattle Tunnel Partners, I think, is being sued by the city for not being able to diagnose the problem of the TBM, or the tunnel boring machine. And I think they finally got it running 1 week, and it only went like 20 feet, then it stopped again. But this whole viaduct, the two levels of the viaduct will be going underneath the top level, which is that's northbound. We're heading south here. It's all going to be gone. Back in 2001, when the Nisqually earthquake hit, I think it was February, I was in downtown Seattle at the regional marketing office of a big insurance company I was working for, on the 17th floor. I've never seen a building empty so fast of people. When the earthquake hit, it was I think it was a 6.8 magnitude shallow quake. Man, I heard all these shoes clanking on the fire escape. Fortunately, nothing major really happened as far as the infrastructure crumbling, but the engineers of the Seattle Viaduct determined that if that had repeated, that this whole structure would have pancaked. And they had simulations, and they decided that it's not safe from the standpoint that, if you think about it, 1953 is when it first became functional. It was built in 1949, 9 years after they built the Tacoma Narrows Bridge, which back in 1940 became Galloping Gertie, because it came down from the fluttering. I think they call it some kind of an aero fluttering something event, with 60-mile-an-hour gusts, or 60-kilometer-an-hour gusts, took down the Tacoma Narrows Bridge based on its incorrect design. So you could probably see a 16 millimeter video online in YouTube of Galloping Gertie. I think the only thing that died was a dog. Somebody tried to save the dog who was inside a vehicle, but apparently he bit the person who was trying to save him, so they left him there, and he went down into the Narrows Passage, the waterway underneath. But yeah, all this is gonna be gone. All these, see these motorcycle riders here, motos, are going through the viaduct as well. It's gonna be Carmageddon after they take the viaduct down. because, man, where are all these vehicles gonna go? People who work downtown that typically or live up north in the Ballard area that maybe work down south, they're saying that even the buses are gonna be an hour late from their normal schedules for about 3.5 weeks to 4 weeks is what they anticipate the whole project is the period of time that it's going to take to take this thing down. So you'll see in the horizon there is that is Safeco Field, and just before it, which is being covered by the upper level of the viaduct here, is CenturyLink Field, where the Seahawks play. Football team, National Football League team that we have, one of the 36 teams in the NFL we have here in Seattle. Unfortunately, they didn't survive the playoffs. They were a wild card. They were a wild card bet. They lost against the Dallas Cowboys. So this lane is going to end. But I'm gonna just go through here as far as I can. It's the way to traffic moving. And Safeco Field is where the Mariners play, Seattle Mariners. And got these motorcycle riders here. I want to make sure these guys some space, so I've watched enough of them crash and burn on you.